Yeah. That's only if you ain't scared. And I love you. You got a little bump in it? It look like you got a little bump. It's cute.
Bitch, I ain't got no fucking bumping in mine. This is 2022, not 2000.
Go look at me. It look like you got a little bump in the back. It's cute. Okay, whatever.
This bitch trying me. No,
Okay.
it's because I didn't tie my hair up last night. So my roots are that nappy right now.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear it clear and I'm not close at all. Nice. This is what we listen to.
Oh, I could sing up in this thing.
This is my baby daddy.
And girl, tonight we gonna do a lot of sexing. Yeah, can't nobody do your body like this.
No.
I won't knock, don't ring no bells. You acting like I don't sound good. I get you high, I know you so well. All that I want is you say daddy's home for me. And I know you've been waiting for this loving all day.
You know your daddy's home. It's time to play.
And you ain't got to get my love in no way.
Everybody say, hey.
This shit kind of loud though.
I know. Do you think it was like the technology being close together?
I heard myself put my cup down.
Yeah, I was hearing it last time too. Every time like I like moved or I put my glass down, it did that. All right.
Dang, that timer's over there. But I ain't getting up.
Oh, that's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Welcome
to the first episode. Dun dun dun.
Oh, Moms Exposed.
Exposed moms.
We're here to take our shirts off.
Yeah? You ready? I'll take my sock off. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, it ain't one of those.
No.
It's a healing podcast. So if you're not into that kind of stuff, sorry.
Yeah, we're here to expose our inner selves.
Yep.
Not our physicalities.
Dive deep.
Yeah.
We're both just in a space where it's time to do something like this. It's time to dig deep and work on ourselves and ask those tough questions. And, you know, hopefully it helped out one of you guys or ladies while we're helping ourselves out.
Yeah, so have a seat on the couch.
Yes. Get comfortable, get a blanket, get a drink. My drink is almost gone. So.
Cheers. Cheers to Moms Exposed.
Episode numero uno.
Numero uno.
Damn. I hear that a lot. All right.
Who are you? Nice to meet you. Let me look at you, girl.
I know. Let me get going too. All right. You said, who am I? Well, this is a surprise. I didn't tell you on purpose because I wanted this to be genuine.
Okay.
I have like a ton of questions to ask, like individual questions, and then I have friendship questions. I know we made some up together, but I had like an additional ones that I created today.
You gonna put me on the spot?
I want to put both of us on the spot.
All right.
So, like today, well, I'm gonna go ahead and this is gonna be a little icebreaker, I guess. When was the last time you cried? You don't have to say what it was about.
I know, I'm really trying to think. Actually, it was last week. This past week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I cry.
I am not a crier. I'm emotional. Like I feel things really hard. But it takes a lot for me to like cry. But today I cried.
Really?
Twice.
That's why.
Yeah, like I was like I think I was putting Savannah like to sleep for a nap, and I was just looking at her, and I was just like, "Damn, I need you. Like I really needed you. Like you saved me. Like it just hit me. Like
no, I always have those. Like Tristan, like I will be putting him to sleep. Same exact scenario.
Yeah.
And just like the love that you feel just holding your baby, like something you created, like looking at them, and honestly, like you're in disbelief that this is your human being, but this is exactly what you needed.
Yeah. Like,
I always have those moments.
I do, but I don't ever like get like to the point where I'm like sobbing. Like I was just like crying uncontrollably, and then I stopped, and then I went to go use the bathroom, and I started crying again, like on the toilet, like after she was asleep.
No, I've been boo-hoo crying.
I'm like, oh my gosh, just like
I don't remember what I cried about, honestly.
You know,
sometimes I just cry.
Yeah, I want to have those moments because it's really so healthy to cry.
I get like really, sometimes my emotions overwhelm me.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of things, and I just like cry.
I learned how to like, and this is a bad habit, like I don't recommend this to anyone, but I learned to like push things away.
Yeah.
Like I don't want, because if I let it control my mind, like then it'll be a bad thing. So I have to just learn how to like kind of just, okay, I'll deal with it later, or okay, this sucks, but it's not the end of the world, and I can't let it affect me or tear me down right now. I got to be strong.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do that.
I do that too. That's not like, I definitely do that. I suppressed a lot of my emotions. And that is why I have. That's why I have these meltdowns. Because it's like, okay, you've suppressed enough.
Oh, yeah.
Like, feel it right now and cry about it.
See, it's not like I'm suppressing it because I'm like, you know what, I'll hold it back if I'm in front of people, or I don't want to deal with it at that moment. But then I tell myself, okay, when you're alone, you deal with it. So then I'll be alone and I'll think about it, and I'll get emotional. Like I'll start to really dissect it and like try to handle it so it doesn't bother me later. But sometimes I don't cry, and sometimes I might cry a little bit, and then I move on. Like, and it's just I don't know. It's from like repeatedly dealing with like stuff like that. Like I have to like control my mind because I don't want to go to a dark place.
Yeah, because we've been there.
Yeah. So it's like I have to tell myself, you know what? Everybody goes through this. This ain't gonna be like your last heartbreak, or this ain't gonna be the last time you go through some shit. Like,
yeah, I will never
cry, move on.
I don't know if I told you. I probably told you because I feel like I've talked about this often, but I'm not gonna say any names. But one of my ex-boyfriends, we were going through a breakup, and I was hurt, like so hurt. Even though I knew in my mind that that's what needed to happen, but he told me something so simple, and I always go back to it. And this was like, I was 19.
Yeah.
And I still think about it. He said, it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay.
And he hurt you and he told you that?
We broke up.
And he was telling you it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And he was the one who hurt you.
We hurt.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I would have been like,
I broke up with him.
okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I broke up with him, and then we got back together, and then he broke up with me. I was like, I was there physically, but I wasn't there in any other aspect.
Yeah.
And he felt it. So he was just like, you know, it's hurting me now that you're here physically, you're not here in any other way. So he ended it with me. And like, while I was mentally checked out, I was still hurt that he like took that step.
Sorry.
But he told me that. He was like, you know, you're going to be okay.
Right.
And it's so simple. It seems so simple, and it seems just like, okay, like, duh, you're going to be okay. But like, that was something really hard for me to grasp. Like, I used to go through things in my world with them crumbling down.
Oh my God. I'm trying to situate it, sorry.
Damn, sit down.
I'm like ruining the moment. No, facts though. Yes.
So, but now, like, ever since he told me that, I'm like, you know, the crying, the hurt, the confusion, like, it's a part of the journey, but I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And knowing that, like, it gets me through a lot of things, like, not even just relationship stuff. Like, if I'm struggling, if I'm having a bad month financially, or like, you know, I know I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good, you know? So it helps me, you know, it helps ease my mind for sure.
See, I had to figure that out like alone. And it took my high school relationship, you know who. It took one good time. Like, and it actually, we went like on and off for a while. But that last time, it was like, I got hurt so bad. But me being young, and that was like my first love, I was really scared to, one, find out like what life would be like without him.
Yeah.
Because he's been in my life for so long. And two, I was scared to see him move on.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, I don't want him to see somebody like happy with someone else, or like I went through all this stuff for him to go treat this other girl so great.
It's giving ego.
Right. So for sure. Yeah. No, for sure. So it was like I don't know, and then I got lied to so much.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was like, oh, I'm doing this, and I decided to be back with him. He would tell me no, he wasn't doing any of it, and I would want to believe him because it was the easiest thing to do and what I wanted to hear. But it took that one last time, and he lied about it. But I talked to the girl. I was friends with the girls because like I just knew it was true. Like I had so much proof. I had just gone through surgery. I had my tonsils removed, which was like a 2-week recovery, or 1 or 2 weeks. And like he was over there cheating on me while I'm in the bed, like right, trying to heal, like. Anyway,
I got some cheating stories now.
And we'll talk more about that.
I wasn't doing the cheating.
I actually want to ask him to come on the podcast, so we'll see. But yeah, so it took that, and then literally I had to tell myself, like, there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be hard.
You're going to cry.
You're going to cry. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt so bad. But I promise you, it gets better.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, baby.
After you come off that first one.
That hurt.
You can't tell me nothing.
When I got through that, it hurt. Oh my God.
It's like the biggest sense of relief.
It is. It was so much better because being with him, I lost all my friends.
It's like I had myself back.
Yes. Like I was going out. I met, a better person for me. Like I was having a great time in life. Like I should have let that go a long time, but I was so scared to find out. But once I learned that lesson of the light at the end of the tunnel, let that go ahead and experience your hurt. Mm-hmm. Let it go. Don't hold on. Like
you're gonna be good.
You're gonna be so good. And I promise you, that was my last heartbreak. Like after that, every other relationship, I let go.
Yeah.
And I don't turn back. Like
I'm not gonna. I can't agree there.
But I'm just saying, for me, my experiences.
No. Yeah.
So yeah. That was my question. Well, I have more questions, but that was our little icebreaker. But let's talk about, let's introduce ourselves first before we dive more deep.
I know, because who are these people talking to them right now?
Right.
I'm Lex. aka Lex's Live, aka Bagel, aka Tristan's mommy, aka the baddest bitch. Who are you?
Oh, that's all you gonna say about yourself?
I mean, I thought we were just saying our names.
Well, I'm Majorly. I go by May for short, if you don't know me. I am 20. How old am I? 27 years old. I'm Puerto Rican and Colombian. I was born in New York, Brooklyn, but I was raised in Indian Trail, North Carolina. And that's how I met girl over here.
Damn. Oh, girl. Well, she went into detail. Let me get my details. I am 26. Ugh. Gag.
Oh, I thought you burped. I was like, bitch, ew.
No, I was like, 26. Ew. I was born in Oakland, California. Raised there and Indian Trail and Matthew and Charlotte. Let's just say the 704. I went to DCU. Got my bachelor's in economics with a minor in business. Yeah. We're mommies.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Hello.
The greatest gift of my life.
Hence, moms.
I have a beautiful daughter. And it's so weird. Still, like, it's so weird to be like, I have a daughter or I have a kid.
Yeah, I'd be like
when I speak to people.
Tristan is 18 months old today. Yeah. Today.
Next week, Savannah will be 8 months.
Her babies are 10 months apart. And they are our greatest gift.
For sure.
They are the reason, honestly, they're the reason that we're sitting here right now.
Yeah.
Because if it weren't for them, I'm about to get deep on y'all. No, because for motherhood, like the act of carrying a child changes so much about you.
Yeah.
Not just your physical features, like it changes your mind on another level.
Yeah.
Like once I hit 3-4 months, like, I started thinking different. You remember I was calling you every day. Like, my mind was just like, it's a lot of stuff that you see in your relationships that,
for sure,
you're willing to look over until you carry that child.
Yeah.
Like,
simple shit, too.
Simple shit. Like, and I was like, nah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool. I don't like that. And I'm not about to put up with it.
Yeah.
Like, it literally, it was like a switch, like instantly.
Same.
So that in itself is why we're sitting here right now.
But carrying a child changes everything.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that we were doing before that.
And the stuff we were thinking about.
Right. Of course it's going to change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, for us, it makes sense, but
it's not even like, it's not intentional. It's not an intentional change. It's like an involuntary change.
Yeah.
Like your mind just does like a switch. Mm-hmm. Or, I don't know, like I just could not overlook a lot of things that I was willing to overlook before. And I don't even think that I like willingly overlooked them before, but I just started to notice so much more. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this isn't cool. This isn't cool. And that's, I would say it's a good thing. Your mind opens up to what's really important.
Yeah.
Like the real shit. And I have so much more respect for mothers.
Yeah. And it's not even just the real shit. It's the stuff that we should have said a long time ago. Mm-hmm. It's not even it's because like we didn't have that mentality. Like it was, I don't want to say it wasn't real before the baby, but it was like we were having fun in a sense. Like, before, like it was like, we didn't have to trip off of certain shit.
Yeah.
Because it was just like play mode. Like probably most of the time, like, we're turning up, drinking, have fun, smoking, or whatever. And it was like a lot of stuff got,
It got swept
overlooked.
under the rug.
Yeah. But then it's like, now I'm pregnant. Now I'm hormonal. Now I'm sober 100% of the time, realistically.
Yeah.
I notice a lot more shit. And now it's like,
And
we need to prepare.
Yeah.
And now we need to both change.
I'm carrying a child, and there's a greater purpose here. There's a what's the word I'm looking for?
It's a responsibility.
Yes, there's a bigger there's something more important at hand now.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of the little things that got swept under the rug, like it's not going to be acceptable for when this greater purpose reaches this earth.
Yeah.
Like it's not okay. So yeah, I was just saying, like, when you become a mom, that's why we're sitting here right now. Like we became moms.
I totally forgot where we were going on this.
I know. I had to
thank you for
bring us
reeling it
back around.
Because I was like about to go down a slippery slope.
No, but that's why we're sitting here, because our switch went off. And I hate to, like, isolate the people that aren't parent, but you really won't understand the switch we're talking about until you experience it.
Yeah.
And I feel like the reason we're sitting here for real is because we had that switch, and it didn't stop after the pregnancy. It has made us who we are. It is like, they say you're a woman when you become a mom. Like, I believe that now, and I understand it now.
Yeah.
And it's not because I have a child, like, I want to say I'm a woman. Yeah. Just because, like, no, it's a whole different mindset. Like, the way you process things, mm-hmm. the way you want to grow internally. And not every woman grasps that. But majority of them, it's just like a natural instinct. And, like, that's what makes you a woman.
Yeah. Women are resilient, honestly.
I have so much respect.
Like, what our bodies can do. It's just we're just magical. That's what I can't like. We have crazy intuition, and I'm just now discovering that. Like, just trusting my magic, trusting my intuition. Like we have psychic abilities. Like, it's real.
Yeah, what that Kevin Gates interview say?
Oh yeah, like our womb. Like we know. Like for
don't
instance,
lie to a
don't
woman.
lie. Like if you have sex with us and then you go have sex with another woman and you come back to us,
our body's
gonna change. Like our pH is gonna be thrown off.
Yeah.
Like that is a like determining factor right there that he stepped out, or even not even just that factor, but just when you feel it in your soul, like like
we're intuitive.
This dude.
Even if you lie, like our intuition's gonna pick up.
Right. He lying about something, or you just feel it in your gut, like something is going on. Like that is your intuition. That is your psychic ability. That is your magic.
Yeah.
Do not let that voice go away. And that's something that, I've been working on, because I tend to let that voice go away.
Girl, you gotta trust that.
You gotta trust that for sure. You gotta definitely trust that. We're all psychic. We're all a little psychic. I'm
you just
learning that.
You gotta tap in.
You got to believe in it. Like and that's why I love kids so much, because kids show you like they believe in that shit. And we and us adults like take it away from them, and then when we get older, we take it away from ourselves.
Why do you, it's called imagination.
I'm
why
gonna
they
be
do
so
all.
big on that with Savannah. Like,
Yeah,
I am
I'm
not
so
gonna
good
take
for
her
that.
magic away.
No.
Like, I want her to dance around. I want her to like
Kids
have
are
imaginary
kids are the
friends.
closest beings that we have to spirit.
Yes.
Because they just came, and I hate to take the turn like that, but like they just came from,
Yes.
they just came.
We are their portal.
We're their portal into Earth. So they are the closest beings to spirit. So as soon as they get on this Earth, like that's why there's so many kids that are like that remember their past life or like
that's so
speak
beautiful.
on something that happened, and like their parents are like, "What?
But like you're crazy. Let me go get a psychiatrist.
Get you medicated, like."
Or you're too busy. You want to dance around in class, and I'm sorry, my kid doesn't want to sit and hear a teacher talk for 5 hours and sit still.
Right.
They're 5, 6 years old, and you want to medicate? No, you're like, no, I don't believe in that. Like, I want my kid to dance around. I want my kid to have fun. I want my kid to be a kid. They're kids.
Right.
And another thing that bothers me is when adults yell at their kid, like, sit down. Like,
girl,
no, like your kid, like you can't imagine them sitting down for hours. Like, you gotta be patient.
For hours, that's OD.
Like, there's some moms like every second, like, sit down, don't do this, and then like some curse, some are, but I'm not gonna go down that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Majorly and I have two different. Well, her daughter's still baby, so she'll see in a little bit.
Yeah, but I also had nieces and nephews too.
Like but it's different when it's your kid.
True, but
and you'll see. Like, I didn't think. I know when I had Tristan, I was like, I want to do the gentle parenting. I don't want to yell. I don't want to pop him, and I don't want to do that. And like, I have my gentle moments, but there are moments where I have to be stern and I have to discipline my child. So, and I, the parent that I thought I wanted to be or was gonna be is not the parent that I am right now. Like, I'm super laid back. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't freak out about too much anymore. I used to, but now it's just kind of like, laid back. I think being snappy and like yelling is just in my nature. But
I get it. But, yeah. Okay.
But I have to work on it because I don't want him
But I don't see you doing it all. Like, I'm talking about parents that are just doing it all the time because it has nothing to do with their child. Like, a lot of times they're stressed out. Mad. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it. Life is hard, especially, if you are a single mom, like, and you have so much on your plate where that could like go into your child and your patience is very low. But all I'm saying, I don't want to disrespect those moms, but all I'm saying is like, kids are kids. Like, they're gonna be busy.
I've had that moment. I have. And unlike our parents, love you, my parents, but
I got my ass beat every day.
They didn't apologize.
No, because it's
a norm. They
never
saw the wrong in their actions. So I can recognize when I'm snapping at Tristan or I'm like a little more impatient, and that's why I'm like, no, sit down, leave that alone. Da, da, da. Like,
but it has nothing to do with him, though.
No, I mean, he's being a kid.
Yeah.
But it's frustrating me, so I snap. And like in those moments, I catch myself. I'm like, mommy, sorry, or like before he goes to bed, and I'm holding him and I'm thinking about my day and how it went and how I handled things. I'm like, dang, like, I shouldn't have done that. Like, I'm just tired. I'm stressed out. Like, I've had a really long day at work. I'm still in my work clothes. I'm like, mommy, sorry. Even though he can't understand me, like, I owe him that sometimes because I'm a human and I mess up sometimes. So
yeah,
as long as I can recognize my mess ups, like when I'm not being the best mom that I can be, or like doing something because I'm going through something, and I can like apologize to him or explain to him, I did this because mommy's going through this. Like, I don't know. Like, a lot of parents don't do that.
No.
I mean, more do now, but like back then, like our parents didn't do that. Yeah. So like I don't know. Like, as long as I can catch myself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm working on it though, because I know, like, I be spazzing sometimes.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't want to say spasm, but my patients are low.
Spazzing sounds crazy.
Yeah.
It sounds like I be
spazzing.
cussing him out.
Nah,
I don't do that.
But there's times where it's like, especially like during like my thing is like when your sleep is interrupted. That's when I'm like my most like cranky. It's like, oh my God, please. But or like when I'm trying to rock her and she just eyeballs wide open, I'm like,
they can feel your energy.
Yeah.
So
and they're on your chest, so they, especially they feel you.
When he was a newborn, I had to constantly tell myself that because he would wake up like every 2-3 hours, and I'm trying to put him back to sleep, but like I'm tired, so I'm anxious and trying to get back to sleep, like rushing back to sleep. And I would notice that like if I just relaxed, he would go back to sleep. But like if I was super anxious, like pressing the fact that I wanted him to go to sleep, it would take so much longer.
Yeah.
They can feel you.
That's facts. No, for sure.
But yeah, went down another rabbit hole.
Okay. So I want to ask another question.
Are you done talking about us? Where you are?
We can go back and forth. Like this is our intro episode, but I want to ask questions in between. No?
What you gotta ask?
What are you afraid of forgetting?
What am I afraid of forgetting? I'm afraid of forgetting how to be myself. Like my true self. And I say I'm afraid of that because I went through that, where I lost my sense of self. And now that I have her back, it's amazing. Like I wouldn't want to do. I don't want to be anybody else. Like I don't want to have to alter myself to fit in somebody else's, idea of who I am. So, yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Like after that relationship I was talking about, where he told me like everything was gonna be okay, like that was my first like serious relationship. And I was young, I was so goofy, like stupid when I was young.
Girl,
so silly. Like I was just genuinely myself. And I think that's why that was the toughest relationship for me, because I was like truly myself. Like that was my best friend. And like after that, I lost it. Like I would, like for years, up until recently, like I had never could truly just like knock that wall all the way back down and like give somebody my true, like, this is me. I might start breakdancing in the middle of the floor at 3 a.m. Or like,
that's so beautiful.
I might make like this corny joke. Like it took a long time.
High school was probably my most confident.
Yeah.
Like my red hair, my piercing, I got tattoos. Like I did what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do it to be cool. I didn't do it because it was a trend. Like
that was you.
I did what I felt like was me.
Yeah.
And I didn't care about what I wore. I didn't care about being cool. I didn't care like any of that. Like you liked it or you didn't. And I had friends, but there were some people that were like, I remember like high school, like getting like there's people that talk shit about me or
hating,
yeah, or like you didn't even know me, but always had an opinion about me. Even like
that girl fast.
Right.
Look at all them piercings.
Parents too. Your mom including
my mama.
But and then jobs. I remember my first job, and there was a customer that came in and was like, "You should, or you would look a lot prettier without all that on your face." And that crushed me because, that didn't even go in the back of my mind. Like, I was like, I genuinely, when people do that, they mess up your like subconscious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When stuff that you didn't even think about or weren't insecure about, when people make comments like that, they mess you all up. Then you start being insecure, and then you start thinking like, oh, I should do this and should do that, and you change who you are.
Yeah.
So it's like that really, really, really bothered me. And I think shortly after that, I ended up taking all of my piercings out. And I felt like in order to be serious in a job or in real life, like I couldn't have like colorful hair. I'm scared of forgetting like about like my soul, like the like real me, like letting my ego like get in the way of everything, like just forgetting about who I truly am. I guess that ties into what you're saying too.
Yeah,
Like
losing yourself.
yeah, but yeah, that's a true thing because I've done that plenty of times where I let other people like outer influences like change me, or like I let that people get into my head, like the story that I was saying about like the whole job thing, like just not forgetting that inner me. And I watched, I think I read a book or a podcast, and they were like, when you look in the mirror, there's you, and then there's another person. So I don't want to forget about me.
Yeah.
And not like the body that I see in the mirror.
Right. The inside of you.
The inside of me, my soul.
Right.
I want to take care of that person and listen to that person and never stop hearing that person. Yeah. That's like my biggest thing, like to forget that again.
Yeah. That's deep.
Real deep.
You're getting deep over
I
here.
am, because it is what it's about.
Ooh-wee.
That's how you expose yourself for real.
Are we ready to get deep?
Yeah.
How deep we going?
I don't know. I want to get so deep because I was excited about all this.
Like 6 feet under?
Nah.
Like you feel that dig in your stomach? That deep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why we got babies now.
Oh my gosh.
Being fast.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Being fast. Won't catch me pregnant no time soon.
Kind of want to be able to. Oh my god, it's so bad. Like I be what?
No, I have baby fear. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm so bad.
But
like I get scared. I look at my time clock. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to have another baby for 30. But I know.
Girl, bye.
I know.
I work with a lady. She's 38 and she has a 1-year-old.
See, I know it's possible, especially now. But
her first baby, she was 32.
It's just in my mind. I'm like, I need to have another one. I actually miss being pregnant.
Oh.
I felt so good pregnant. Like, because that's a time where everyone's like, oh, no, you can't do this. Or no, sit down. Or no, don't carry this. Like that's the first time in my life where it was like, everything was like centered around me. Like, I was a fragile, like, person. Like, I couldn't do nothing. Like, I had an excuse for everything. I'm pregnant. Like,
yeah, I feel that.
Like, I love that. And they're like, oh, look at that belly. Look at what you have. That was just like always like a conversation starter, and just everyone
looked at me like, honestly, every time I went to the grocery store, people would stare. Because, I look so young.
Yeah.
They'd be like, look at this little teen mom up in here being fast.
People stare at me too, because I was like, I wasn't that like big. So people look at me like, damn, did she just have a big lunch? Or is she pregnant? I remember going out.
And like, you thought you were so big. I'm like, girl, you are small.
I know. I look at pictures and I'm like, I went out, I think it was like a work event, and we went out to downtown, a restaurant. and I'm dressing up. I got a cute little dress on. I wore heels and everything, and I'm about to pop. I think I was 8 or 9 months pregnant. Like I was due anytime, and I was trying to be so cute. And obviously in this dress, like I'm very pregnant.
My baby was huge.
That's the first time out though, like being pregnant. Like, you know, you used to go out, like being all sexy and like get hit on. Like, imagine going out downtown pregnant.
I went to a kickback.
Yeah?
Like,
that was so weird for me. And then the bouncer, like I knew, like he was looking at my face and he was like, damn, she pretty, and then looked at my belly. And he even still talked to me. Not on some I'm trying to get with you. He was just like, oh, so you pregnant? And I was like,
what the fuck you doing here?
Yeah. Because I was waiting for my car to get valeted. I was like, yeah. And in my mind, I was like, damn, like this is life. Like,
nah, I went
am I not going to get hit on anymore?
I went to that kickback and I was like, I'm pregnant. I came back like it was.
Right. I was even like me and her mom lived together at one point, and when she was in college.
I was in college, yeah.
So it was like I was still connected to her, very much so. And I had another friend who went to her school, and when I went down there, I would always make sure I linked up with her. So anyway, she's not even a friend. Like
we're sisters.
Sisters. We have matching tattoos and everything. So.
Right. We locked in.
Oh my gosh! You know. I forgot to tell you about, you know, I have a moon. She has a sun tattooed on her. And one of my exes would be like, every time like he was mad at me, he would be like, oh, I should have known. You got a moon tattooed on you. Like I'm evil, like I'm witchy, or like.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Like the moon means a bad thing.
No. Do you remember when we got those tattoos though? Like we sat there and we were like, you know, which one do you want to get? Mm-hmm. Do you remember why we chose what we chose?
You thought it was just the sun was cuter. I don't think we thought in relation of anything. I thought it was like it was more like a yin and yang tattoo. Like you got I'm the moon to your sun type thing. But it wasn't like, oh, like I'm a witch, or like, oh, my signs.
I don't associate moons with which I don't see the correlation.
I think it's like there is a correlation. I just can't dig deep into, or I haven't dig deep to it. But he was into that stuff at one point in time. So his thought process or his perception of a moon was negative.
Next, yeah, we've been friends since middle school. Yeah.
You want another question?
Sisters.
I want another question. This is a friendship question.
You want me to ask you one?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Because you're doing all the asking here.
I know. I love asking questions.
You can ask me. Because I'm a bad listener.
Okay.
I know that about myself.
All right. I want to get I'm going to answer this too. Do you think friends talk shit about each other?
Absolutely.
And have you talked shit about me? Yes, I couldn't wait to ask this question. You can answer the first one first.
I definitely think friends talk shit about each other. There's a line though. There's a fine line to where you cross that line. And I've never crossed that line with you, but I've definitely talked shit about you.
Yeah, mine was like mostly like pillow talk. I honestly can say I've never talked shit about you with like another girlfriend.
Yeah.
But like with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very comfortable like talking about my friend, like not talking about him, but like if you guys like share something with me.
Yeah.
And I like talk to
I definitely pull
about that. I've done that. That I guess if you consider that talking shit. Like I might be like, can you believe she went back with such and such, or she did this.
I know you talk shit about me.
Like I'm gonna be on. Like I've done that, but it's never like, oh, she a bitch or she a slut.
I've never said that about you. The most I've said about you is you want to be my mama so bad. Like, dang, can't she just be my friend? Why she gotta act like that? And I know you be lying too, so I be talking shit about you lying.
About what?
You be lying about shit.
No, I'm lying.
It's okay.
No, I'm a liar.
Yeah.
I do white lies.
Yeah, but
I don't lie about nothing big.
I know she'd be white lying though.
Like,
that's the thing.
I might be like, you'd be like, oh, you want to go and do something, but oh, I got
but
church
I
in the morning.
But I be knowing. So you and my cousin Dalen does that shit too. Like, and I be knowing. I just go with it because whatever. I don't got time to be correct.
You be lying too, though.
We ain't talking about me. We talking about you.
So I want to hear it.
What I be lying about?
You really want me to go there?
Next question.
Okay. All right. Do you think you're different with a man compared to your other relationships? So are you different? Do you act different whenever you're in a relationship with, a partner, a boyfriend, compared to your friendships, like with girls? Or, whatever.
Yes.
Okay, elaborate.
That kind of goes back to my sense of self thing. Mm-hmm. I feel like previously, because now I'm at the phase where it's like, this is me, take me or don't take me at all. Like, period. But before, I feel like it goes both ways, and I feel like that's the case for everyone. You are a different person dependent on who you are around.
Yeah.
Like, I know that you're this type of friend to me, but like I can call this friend to go to the club.
Okay.
Or like I can call my man do this. Like, I feel like you alter. You might not alter your being, but like you play different roles.
Yeah.
Dependent on the person. So like with my friends, like I don't give a fuck. This is me.
Yeah,
like,
same.
Because that's how it starts off with your friendships most of the time. But like when you're in a relationship, it starts off different. So like, romance is involved, and you want to make sure you appeal to the partner that you're with and stuff like that. So there might be certain things or certain parts of yourself that you hold back that like you wouldn't hold back for your friends, because your friends, like, they're not tripping.
I'm so bad at that though. Like,
shut up.
I feel like I have revealed too much too soon. Like, I don't think like how like you're gonna see me without makeup the first day, most likely. You're gonna I don't really hold back too much. Like, I feel like I reveal like my whole self like so fast. And to some people it's like, oh, it's good, I like who you are. And then some people are like, damn, like, did you really just do that?
You really took that eyebrow
right?
off?
You really, yeah, like
you put that bonnet on to go to bed.
You really got the Harriet Tubman braids going on. You really got that bonnet on?
Like, damn, bitch, I just met you yesterday. Can I like you for a little bit?
Right. Like, I'm that person. Like, and now in this world that we're going through, like, where everything is like so perfect, you got these like top notch Instagram model pages, top notch bodies, faces are A1 all the time. It's like you don't really see natural people like that anymore. And, how we were raised, like, I didn't wear, did you wear makeup in middle school? I didn't wear makeup in middle school or high school. Now, like, people are doing, like, fucking, what's it called? Contour to school every day in high school, in middle school. I didn't even know how to put eyeliner on.
I wore makeup in high school, like, probably my late junior, early senior year. So
I feel like I'm different with my man as far as like, I don't know, like, I guess I would be more like vulnerable or open. I like to talk, and obviously I'm with this person more than anybody. So I just like to just like communicate and be vulnerable and just like talk about everything. Like I want to be an open book with my partner, and sometimes that can be a good thing, and sometimes like depending on the person you do it with, it can be a very bad thing because they can turn it and flip it on you and use it against you. And that's one of, like a big lesson that I'm learning because I do that all the time, and now I need to learn like shut the fuck up. You need to figure this person out before you start opening up.
I feel that though, like being vulnerable with them. But for me, it was kind of like I lost that part of me for a while.
Yeah.
Like I could be, I'm an open book too, and that's naturally who I am. Like I like to talk and I like to tell all the business,
and I want to know.
And I want to know stuff too.
Like you see all these questions I'm damn asking. Like I want to know.
But I lost that for a really long time. Like it almost felt like it was pulled out of me. It had to be pulled out of me instead of me just like spilling.
Yeah.
And I would prefer to be spilling because, I don't know.
I feel you. You like now. I think I'm gonna move. I'm definitely gonna move totally different, just based on my experiences. Definitely gonna tread lightly on that and wait to a later time. That's the biggest lesson. Like, not go into that so quickly because at first, you get love bombed. Like everything's so great in the beginning, you feel like you can trust this person with everything, but you don't know this person.
Yeah.
You don't really. And then what's going on right now, like you haven't even went through any of the hard shit yet. Like year 2, year 3, like when stuff really gets in the nitty gritty and like y'all are really experiencing stuff, that's when you really get to know your partner.
Right.
So if you're disclosing all of this stuff, this personal stuff with them so soon, without even knowing like how is this person gonna treat you whenever your mom dies or whatever, like I don't even want to go that deep, but you're going through you lose your job.
Yeah.
Is this person going to console you and comfort you? Like you don't even know what this person's going to do in those moments when you really need them. That's whenever when you really figure out this person and they have those qualities that you need and you see the truth in them, not when they're everything's all great and going so well. Like, that's what I'm learning. Like, you have to really wait and experience this person, see who they truly are and how they're going to be with you and support you in those moments.
I want to be in a space where someone wants to know me as much as I want to know them. Like, they want to ask the questions. And, and I want those to be the moments where I open up and share.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just pouring myself out just willingly. Like I want you, like if you ask, I'm gonna tell.
Yeah.
But if you don't ask, we'll wait until we get to that point for me to be able to spill. But like if you ask, like, I want to be able to tell because that shows me like, I don't know. I like when people are interested in learning about me.
Yeah.
And like who I am and what makes me me. And because a lot of times like.
Has that happened?
What?
Or someone asked you about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Probably not for the best reason.
Like a hidden agenda. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
To be honest, like.
But I don't think
my person had a hidden agenda.
Yeah. And I didn't realize until after.
Right. But when it was used against me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the last guy I was talking to, he was very reserved. He didn't talk much. Like it took a while to like break him out of his shell. So I was asking a lot of the questions, just to like get him to open up. And like I liked it, but at the same time, I was like, "Do you want to know anything about me?" Like,
yeah, no facts.
Like, my favorite color is orange. You know, like not even shit like that.
Do you even
like,
remember the last time someone asked you about your favorite book?
Yeah, it was him. But I asked him for.
I don't remember.
I just
being asked. I feel like I had to like blatantly just share. I don't think I was asked. Like I'm the type of person I'm like, well, I like to do this and I like this and I like, you know, I will like willingly like share who I am, but I don't think I've ever like genuinely been asked like. Actually, I'm so sorry, and I take this back. I actually did. I actually had something that was very, you know, considerate of me and sweet.
How dare you forget?
I know, I'm so stupid. Yes, I actually really got introduced to a real man that really genuinely cared about me. Grown man, considerate, asked me these questions. Really, he would always tell me this. He was like, I love the person that you are.
Oh my gosh. Like,
he told me that all the time. I love who you are.
I love that. And I really, really love that. Like, the 3 months that I was talking to this last guy, if he didn't teach me anything, he taught me to be me.
Yeah.
He told me, I think it was our second date, we were just talking about, like, you know, what are our red flags, like, when we're talking to someone, or like, what are your pet peeves? So then after that, like, I started to overthink things.
Yeah.
And like he told me like some of his turnoffs, some of his turnoffs are like super shallow.
Yeah.
Like, my girl gotta have her nails done or her feet done or like, you know, stuff like that. But he was like, those are just my turnoffs. But like, so I would overthink and I would be like, oh, I know you don't like when I do this, or like, he's like, dude, like, just be you.
Yeah.
So simple. He was like, just be you. It, like, don't think about what I just told you. Like, don't think about the turnoffs I just told you about. Don't think about the pet peeves I have or the red flags. Like, just be you. And then you give me the opportunity to decide.
Yeah.
But just be you. And I was like, yo, like, ever since he told me that, and I think that's why everything felt like supernatural with him. Like, we were cool. Like, the lab, talk, be friends, like, even outside of like the intimate stuff. But yeah, like, just be you. Literally, it's so simple. Like, just be who you are.
Yeah. But it's not, you know, society messes it up.
Yeah.
Or the moment like someone commented something.
Yeah.
You know, it messes you up.
But I love that. I love that I could, it was a short, you know, for other reasons we'll discuss later. But, you know,
mine was like
outside
a long term. Like, it was like 2 or 3 years.
Months. Like,
and that was like initially like like we were both just so real and
raw.
No and it was like someone like that truly loved me. Like, and I didn't sugarcoat it, but you know how first you try to be all cute and, you know, put your best foot forward, and it was like, no, like this person saw me real from the gate.
Girl, I ate 4 tacos on our first date.
See, and I'm just that I'm that person. Like I don't like to. Anyway, that's not even. I don't even think I know how to be like all like dainty and like
like
oh my gosh, let me wear these 6-inch heels. And
you're gonna hate me. I will burp.
I'm so bad. Like
I will burp on our first date.
I'm so bad, and I will. That's why I feel like I'm. For the longest time too, I think in high school too, like I was considered like one of the boys. Like a lot of times, like people won't even look at me like that. Like, oh yeah, I'm pretty, I'm cute, or whatever. But it was like I just cut up, and I'm like,
you're you.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do what I want. I don't want you to look at me in a sexual way.
There's layers.
Yeah,
there's layers.
And I'm like, honestly, I'm a flirt, but to an extent. Like I never like past a certain level. Like I'm a tease. Like I might kiss you, maybe. But I'll be like I'll be talking to you, laughing, kikiing the whole night, and you would think you're about to get something, and I'm like,
don't let me make you laugh. I'll laugh you right about them draws. No, boy. Once I get you laughing though.
Facts.
That's it.
That's it. And then when I'm drinking, like, I don't think like anyone, no one like I can't even think of no one like has tried me. And I'm so glad because nowadays like you got to worry about like people like slipping something in your drink or what like crazy shit now. But like back then, like partying, like I had genuine, true fun, and I got fucked up. Like I never had to worry about like
somebody trying.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Okay. That we can talk about that later.
Yeah, later. All right. This is my last one.
Yeah, don't ask me nothing else.
No.
After this.
This is my last friendship question. What do you need from me right now as your friend?
I need you to refill my cup.
Like, I mean, I didn't make it as good as you. You don't want what I got in this.
What do I need from you? Let me lock in real quick.
You want to set it down?
Distracted.
Oh.
Dang. I would just say support. But I mean, I feel like I don't feel like there's anything that you don't do as my friend. I don't know. That's tough. I mean, sometimes we have like opposing views on things.
Mm-hmm.
And but I don't know. Like I feel like when we have opposing views on things, like we handle the situation well. Like we're not mad because we disagree.
No, but then that's the purpose of that question because I won't just say anything specific, but we did have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I was really thinking about that conversation, and I felt like I didn't handle it right, even though like I was trying to be like the best I can. But I feel like I didn't. I wasn't what you needed me to be in that moment. And I just wanted to say sorry.
No.
Because I want to be that person, and I don't want you to like not feel comfortable talking.
Yeah.
So I have to like really learn to just, and I learned this from my dad because I think about conversations whenever my dad may not agree with something, or he wants me to, he wishes I didn't, do it, but my dad will never really like disclose his opinion to me. Like he is just all ears. And just wants me to figure shit out for myself.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing he's ever. That's the best thing he does for me currently.
That's kind of how my dad.
Even though he's wise, he knows. Like my dad has that intuition. Like he knows. Like if something's not great for me, he knows the outcome. But he will never tell me. He will never make me feel bad for my choices, even when I do mess up and come to him, and I'm like, Dad. Like everything that I like crashed down, he's like, it's okay. Like he'll tell me like he's been through it, It's okay. We all make choices. Like, So I just want to hopefully build up to that. Like, not always have to give my 2 cents.
I mean, even like if we're talking about that conversation, there's times where you need someone to listen, and there's times when you need someone to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that conversation, the best way I can put it is, I value your opinion. So I value what you've said and how you view things. So we don't always agree on the way that we view things, and I knew in that one instance, like we weren't gonna agree.
Right.
So I think that's why I didn't tell you. And that's not to say that I took that conversation wrong. And that's not to say that I didn't want to hear your opinion, because I do value your opinion. But like I told you on the phone, like there's some times where you don't tell people certain things because they become kind of like this voice in the back of your head when you're trying to make a decision for you. And it typically comes from the people that you value the most, like you, my mom, my really close friends, my family. Like, you know, I value their opinions and I know they have my best interests at heart. So what they're saying is floating in the back of my head while I'm trying to make decisions for me. And I mean, that's like, everyone's not like that, you know, everyone, like a lot of people can just make decisions for them and that's what they do. But that's something that I have to do consciously. Like I have to like say, you know, don't listen to that, or I just don't talk to those people until I get through it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing now. Because like it eats at me. It's like, I know this is what I want, but XYZ ABC said this. And now I'm like going back and forth. But I never said that. I never thought that. They thought that. And now it's floating in the back of my head. And it's not to say that like what the opinions are like invalid or like I shouldn't listen to them. But like sometimes like, you know, 9 times out of 10, you know what you were already told. Like, I know, like everything you said to me, I already processed. Like everything my mom says or like my dad, like I've already processed all that. And just like hearing it from someone else is what makes it like sit there. So, I mean, yeah, to bring it back around, like I value your opinion. So I wouldn't say, you know, there's just a time to listen and there's a time to speak your opinion. But like in that instance, like I wanted your opinion. I didn't just need you to listen. But I mean, like, I don't know.
I feel you, but I
understand what you're saying, like how you want to be that person. Like you want me to be like, yeah, I can talk to her. Like she's gonna support me. Like I know, like you know, Jazz, she knew about it. Because I don't know, like
just her responses to you, or how she is receptive to certain things that you.
She's receptive, but also, damn, what was I about to say? She's receptive, but she tells me like it is, like she's gonna give me her opinion. But at the same time, like, she's a great listener. She's a great listener. And like, but yeah, so if I'm like talking shit about someone, she's gonna be on that side. But if I'm like, you know, I thought about this, I thought about that, she's gonna be like, well, da 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 da. But, you know, if that's what you wanna do, like, she's gonna support the side that I'm on. Fuck, I forgot what I was about to say.
I mean, you were just saying how she's a good listener and she's gonna support you.
Oh, how she don't. So like, I was saying how I'm the friend like you.
Yeah.
Like I take things personal when someone hurts my friend.
Yeah.
And like, you know, one of my exes, he told me he used to be mad when I would talk to my friends about our arguments or like our fights or tell my mom, and I just never understood. And now I understand because when you tell certain people, they don't forget. They don't forgive the way that you do. And that's me. Like if my friend tells me something about somebody, like it's fuck them. And I'm not, it's gonna take a lot for me to come back around.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like you're that type of friend.
But I will be respectful.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, hey, hello. I'm not going to be like, oh,
No.
I'm ignoring. No.
I'm a bitch.
I'm not going to sit here and conversate. I'm not. But hey, how you doing? Okay.
I won't speak unless spoken to. Okay. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Boy, when I be talking to them people at my job in Spanish, their minds be boggled. Like, mira, mira, ven aquí. Mira, mira, ven. Oh. I forgot about that song. Tú me dejaste caer.
Okay. Why is it?
Llamaré poca mujer. Ella me leva.
What is your safe place?
What do you mean?
Do you have a safe? Doesn't necessarily be like a physical place. It could be a person or just somewhere or something that makes you like feel 100% like comfortable. Or do you even have that?
I was gonna say, like, I would say my safe places around people that I love. No, like, the saying, like, home is where the heart is.
Yeah.
That's valid. That's where I feel the safest.
So like, California?
Not necessarily California. Like,
Just anywhere like your family's present?
Not all my family. Certain family members. Certain friends.
Right.
My son. Where I feel safe. Whole, myself.
Yeah.
Like where I can feel whole, where I can feel like myself, where I can feel free. And like I don't have to worry about who's thinking what. Like that's what I would call my safe place. Are you? Wait, before you answer. If I had to pick a place though,
yeah,
like a location, I would say the bathroom. And I know that's so random.
But no, that's a lot of people's safe place.
Yeah.
Like that's where you like get a moment. Like especially now with kids. Like
Nah, I don't get my moments in the bathroom anymore. But
yeah.
Like when I was living in LA with my mom and we were staying in a 1-bedroom apartment, like I didn't have a door. And that's when I learned to value like my peace of mind and like my own space. So like when I needed a moment, I would go in the bathroom and close the door and just sit on the floor.
Yeah.
Like I just need a moment in like the shower, sitting on the toilet. Like that's my moment.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, let me
Especially
just
after having a
chill,
kid,
like be by myself. Yeah.
Like there's times where like just for having like give birth, like just that 10-minute shower.
Girl, I'm at 10 minutes.
Or whatever. Like it's because sometimes like you had to like
Well,
make it
you have
quick.
to get out, yeah.
Like just to take that little time for yourself was just everything.
Yeah, I would maximize it. I maximize it still every time.
Yeah, that's a good answer because that's exactly I felt that moment.
Yeah,
every time.
That's a safe place. That's where I can cry in the shower.
Yeah.
And be by myself. Like I can think on my thoughts in the shower.
I've cried in the shower plenty of times.
After I had Tristan, I cried in the shower probably every day. Every time I showered, I cried.
Oh my God, why?
It wasn't always sad cries. Like sometimes they were happy cries.
Yeah.
But like it was my moment.
Yeah.
It was my safe place where I can just like release everything. Sometimes it was just overwhelming emotions, like, just being a new mom, going through the motions.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, I would say for sure, like that bathroom moment was everything. Like, even just like fixing yourself up a little bit,
Yeah.
like not just being in the same clothes as you were yesterday or like hair looking crazy, like just making sure like I had like a tight ponytail or not even makeup or whatever,
Like
just brushing my teeth, like washing my ass, washing my face, like all that, like making sure I'm like tidy, new clothes, new like new underwear, shit. I value that. That was everything.
Just taking a shit.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times I shit with that baby in my arm?
For real?
Yes. Still
I'll put that baby down in the mama root or like something. Sometimes I might like, just let you chill, like either like cry a little bit.
I've done that. But I'm saying like there's been times where it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Like we're in public and I have to
pee. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I've done that.
And he ain't got no shoes on. So he can't stand up. Or I can't take part into the bathroom.
You don't have a stroller?
Or I'm in the store with no stroller. Like,
okay. Yeah.
You
gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you.
Yeah. I've
done that.
Taken several shits, peed several times with him on my lap or on my shoulder. But we do what we gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. Being moms.